Hey guys, David Franklin here for Cartersville Uncut with Dr. Marc Feuerbach. Marc, you're the main guy for Cartersville City Schools. You're the superintendent, and you're starting your second year. And listen, man, this past year, it was a good year, wasn't it?
It was a good year. And you say main guy, and that is my role. But we have a great support staff, and in year one was, I don't even have words for it. A lot of times people have asked me the past couple of months, well, how was it? How was it? I'm like, it was great, and it went by fast. But we accomplished a lot of great things. But one of my roles was just really in my role as superintendent was to sit back and watch for a little bit and just see what are we doing, what kind of things are we doing great at, where can we improve. And one of the biggest things I got out of the year was we are a committed group of people, committed to each other, committed to our students, committed to our community, and that was very humbling to see. And it was just really, really neat to watch. We also have a lot of support. You and I have talked about that before, just the community support and the reaching out to us. Hey, how can we help? How can we, help you guys in all of your schools? Whether it's, not just financial, but how can we help with your students? How can we help your teachers? Whatever it may be. And so that was really neat to watch. And the results were great. We had great results at the end of the year. 20 out of 24 areas, I think, in Georgia milestones, we were above the state average. So if you want to just, say, oh, well, how'd you do on testing? Well, we did good, but education is a whole lot more than about testing. And
Mark, that's one of the things I think I appreciate really about you is you understand it's more than just about testing.
That's absolutely right.
Guys, I got asked, Mark asked me to come this past year when you had that guy come in. That guy did as good a motivational job about how to make sure your heart cares for kids as anybody I've ever seen.
That's right. And, and that whole concept, flipping, capturing kids' hearts was a major focus. And so, if I have to look back on year one, again, we had some great results. We are a committed group of people, but capturing kids' hearts is something that we begin to see grow within all four of our schools. And it's going to be something that we continue to work on. But some of the results that we saw at our schools in regards to attendance rates and discipline rates and, moving in a positive direction was absolutely amazing.
Which you got to work on that stuff all the time.
Absolutely.
And y'all, I'm old enough to see it hadn't happened to Mark, but I'm old enough that every now and then you start to coast just a little bit, and you can never coast. And Flip just did a great job motivating and challenging and making sure that you just push through, because when it comes to kids, you got one shot at them.
Absolutely, and that's in a system our size, that's one thing that we're going to really hang our hats on. And this year, we're really using one thing I learned: our heart is in everything we do, and that's what we're saying. Our heart is in it, and everyone feels that way. When you're in education, you've got to hit a kid's heart before you can hit their mind.
That's right.
And there's a process to play out for that. When you see, you might see 60 kids a day, you might see 160 or 180 a day, but how can you reach their heart in an effort then to reach their mind? And that is something that we are committed to.
Which, I've just watched that, and I just really, really appreciate that. Listen, Mark, year one is under your belt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you when we come back, listen, what's the future? Not just this year, but what's the future? What would you like to see Cartersville City School just really continue to grow and expand and just develop in? So we'll be right back, guys.
Hey Cartersville, it's Tim at Treasure Chest Outlet. It's summertime here in Georgia and it's going to be hot. We also have hot deals here at Treasure Chest Outlet. We have sofa sets that start at $6.99. That's for the sofa and love seat. We have chest of drawers that start at $99. We have entertainment centers that start at $199. We have sofa tables. Rustic stuff is in. We have a good selection of it. We're located at 927 North Tennessee Street. Come on by and check us out at Treasure Chest Outlet. You just never know what you're going to find.
Hi, I'm Joshua Goodman with Elite Stone Supply. We sell everything from hardscaping, landscaping, stone, Husqvarna equipment, and premier portable buildings. We can make them from 6x10 all the way up to 16x40. We make garden sheds, garages, cabins, barns, anything you can think of, we can make it happen. Do you need to store Christmas stuff? Do you need to store a lawnmower? We can take care of that. Do you need to get away? Do you need a pool house by your pool? We can make it happen. Come check us out at Elite Stone Supply.
Hey everybody, this is Kelly Jones with Kennesaw Transportation, and I have a job for you. We are always looking for good over-the-road drivers. We have teams, we have solos, we have a 2-day orientation that pays you $400, a $2,500 sign-on bonus, and we have a $10,000 seniority bonus for every 5 years. If you're looking for a new career, we can help you. If you're looking to change jobs, we can help you. Give me a call. Can't wait to hear from you. Thanks.
I'm Glenda Mitchell with Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. If you've been involved in an accident, give me a call. Let me help you. I give every client my personal cell phone number so you can call or text me anytime.
Glenda Mitchell Law Firm. We come to you.
Guys, David Franklin here. Just doing a little interview with Dr. Marc Feuerbach, Superintendent for Cartersville City Schools, doing this for Cartersville Uncut. And Marc, man, this past year was a great success. But I know moving in, taking a job, and just as a leader, the first year you get that through, you celebrate everything, but then you're always thinking down the road. So what's coming down the road? What's on your heart for our school system here?
Yeah, I'm excited about year two, and I always say year two is going to be very, very busy for all of us, including me, because we're able to observe in year one, and so now we're going to start rolling out a lot of things here in year two. We talked earlier about capturing kids' hearts. We're committed to that. We're going to continue to do that. Mentor Canes is something that we were in year 3 of last year. We're rolling out into year 4, and that continues to grow. And it's these intentional relationships with kids that a mentor is standing in the gap and walking alongside a kid. So those are 2 things that we have going, but we're going to continue. We're rolling out JROTC this year at the high school, and that's something that we've never had at the high school before. And when you're a one high school town, how do you how do you hit all different areas so kids have a lot of interest? We have over 100 kids in year 1 signed up for JROTC.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And so how do we continue to look at different things to offer? We're doing a great job in our academic areas. We're doing a great job in our CTE areas, but we want to continue to look to make sure we're offering relevant classes to our students in all levels, high school, middle school, etc. Computer science is an area where we'd like to go K-12 here in the next few years. We're starting, our academic parent-teacher teams at the elementary school, just a different avenue of parent engagement that we're looking forward to. We're very excited about that. And so there's lots of moving pieces that are going to be coming together this year. One big one, though, is true accountability. It's the concept of true accountability. We talked earlier about test scores, and we're held accountable for a lot of tests. And again, I'm fine with that. The state wants to hold me accountable for that. That's fine. And the growth of our students, we're fine with that. But I spent last year with some other districts looking at education, and there's about 7 pillars that you can really have everything in education fall under. And we're in the midst of developing this concept of true accountability. We want to hold ourselves accountable for more than just tests. And so that will be rolling out this year. We'll be announcing that to our community. We're going to be having a few community conversations. Again, looking at what are the hopes and dreams of this community for our students, and how do we hold ourselves accountable for all those areas and not just a test. So I'm very excited about that.
Marc, we did a couple of years ago a community profile, and I was shocked to learn that businesses, the number one thing they're looking for is somebody, a worker that has soft skills, will show up on time, will stay off their phone and stuff like that. And guys, for them to talk more than just about making sure a kid knows how to add. If he knows how to add, great, but he can't show up at work on time, he can't be successful once he leaves here. And so, Marc, that's an awesome thing. I mean, that really is strong.
Well, and that's where, we had to think almost 80% of our students, whether it was 2-year school, 4-year school, technical school, go on to post-secondary school after graduating this past year. The other 18-20% either went to work or the military. And that's great. And we're excited. Those numbers are good. We can continue to grow them. But we need to make sure that they are prepared for what they're doing. And if we have any kid leaving who isn't prepared for that next step, then we haven't done our job. And so that is why this idea of true accountability is something that I'm very passionate about and I'm very excited about introducing this year.
That whole idea of just being accountable all across the board,
that's right.
It's what makes an organization. Listen, just real quick, you wouldn't know this, but I grew up in a town with a military school.
Okay.
And so my 9th and 10th grade, I went to military school. best school I ever went to. I'm talking about because they had accountability. It was true accountability, but that ROTC thing, I'm telling you, there's some kids that will flourish with that.
Yes, sir.
And that's one of those little niches that you offer for a group of kids that can make a difference in their life.
You're right.
Now listen, guys, he mentioned Mentor Canes. So we're going to come back, and it's a great thing to have a leader that, he's for something like Mentor Canes, but it's another thing when a leader actually does it. So Mark, when we come back, I know you and I have talked a lot about mentorship and are working on that, but I'm going to ask you some personal questions because you've been doing some mentoring, and I'm telling you that's a fun thing. So when we come back, I'm going to get him to let you see a little bit into his heart about huge heart for kids. So we'll come right back.
Hey Cartersville, we're excited to announce that we have a new product line of our probiotics. They of course are refrigerated. They're Garden of Life raw probiotics with a very high count of live bacteria. And we also brought in some new Garden of Life raw organic protein meal replacements and complete meals. So come see us. You know where we're located at downtown historic Cartersville on Main Street.
Hi, welcome to Spencer Family Medicine. We're located on Henderson Drive in Weston Commons Shopping Center.
Unlike most medical clinics, we do labs right here in the office, including x-rays, saving you the hassle of scheduling yet another appointment across town.
Here at Spencer Family Medicine, we accept almost all insurance plans.
And we can almost always fit you in for same-day appointments.
We serve patients young to old.
From urgent care issues like broken bones to long-term issues like weight management and hormone therapy.
Not only that, but Dr. Spencer and staff are trained in aesthetic work.
So come to see us at Spencer Family Medicine. We would love for you to be a part of our family.
I'm Dr. Spencer, and I approve this message.
Okay, guys. Ready?
Ready, go.
Hey, this is Joe Wilson, co-owner of Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, Cartersville's locally owned funeral home, serving all of Bartow County since 1977. The biggest difference of our funeral home here in Bartow County, Cartersville, is that we are a locally owned funeral home. We make all our decisions right here in the funeral home. When people walk in the door, they're going to meet the owner and know that we're making decisions on what's best for the families that have placed their trust and confidence in us and the needs of our community. One thing we always say to families that place their trust in us is ask a family we have served. We want people to know that when they come here for probably one of the most difficult experiences in their life, that they can feel comfortable with us. On behalf of myself and all the staff here at Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, we want you to know it would be our honor to serve your family during your time of need. Please call us at 770-382-0034.
Guys, David Franklin here, Bart, back with Dr. Marc Feuerbach. And Mark, listen, you mentioned Mentor Canes, and that's something that you and I have talked a whole lot about, just the great needs in our school system. So explain what Mentor Canes is, and then we'll kind of talk about that just a little bit.
Yeah, so Mentor Canes is just an opportunity for anybody, any adult who wants to work with our students, or a student, or they can have 2 or 3 mentees if they want. But just partner with us, and they sign up as a mentor. We introduce them to a child who either has requested or parent has requested a mentor in their life for whatever reason. Maybe it's a single parent family and they like another adult to meet with their child once a week. And maybe it's from a family who would just like their child to have a mentor. It doesn't matter. There's no really rules to having mentors. Does that child or that parent think that their child would benefit from a mentor? And the adult comes once a week. We ask for a minimum of 1 day a week, 1 hour a week to come and just meet with that child.
Just hang out.
Just hang out. You might eat lunch with that child. You might work on homework. You might, if you're gifted in science, you may, help them with their science, or they may read a book to you. You may work on math problems, but you just spend the time with that child. You may work on, you may play board games, whatever it may be. You're spending intentional time with that child, and the purpose is to have this intentional relationship that is long-lasting. That whether you start with a child who's in 1st grade or you start with a child who's in 10th grade, that you can commit each year, and as that child is growing in our school system, you're walking alongside with them. You're not taking the place of a parent, you're not taking the place of a teacher or a sibling or an aunt or an uncle. You're just standing in the gap and partnering with that child and that family family and just another support system for that child.
And every kid needs somebody outside of their family to encourage them.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mark, it's one thing for us to talk about it and say, hey, all you got to do is sign up to be a mentor. It's a great thing. But I know you and your wife have actually been a mentor. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, back in the, it was winter, I guess, end of the winter, we decided to go ahead and sign up as mentors. As a high school principal, I knew about the program. I knew we had kids involved with it. When I became superintendent last year, I really started seeing just how it worked K-12. And, we just really felt convicted about getting involved and helping out. And so we started mentoring a child. We have formed a great relationship. And again, it's that 1 hour a week, one time a week, type thing. And you go, and we've done everything from, he reads to us, to we work on some math, to we play board games, to we eat lunch. And you build that relationship over time. And those first few times, you're getting to know he or she, and they're getting to know you as well. But you begin to form this trust, this bond, where, again, you're not the parent, you're not taking the place of a parent, you're just another supportive adult who can help in life. You're walking alongside that child and their family, and you're just another support system in place. And we just felt very convicted about it and doing it together, and it has been amazing.
So has it been fun?
It has been fun. You get to, grow and with another child in their family. You get to know who they are. You get to know their strengths and their weaknesses, the things they love, their struggles, and how can you help? How can you help in whatever capacity that may be? And that's ultimately what you're doing. It is just you're being very intentional with that relationship. How can I support you? And that support can vary. There's a wide variety of ways where you can support, and that is what you are as a mentor. You are just there to support that child and walk alongside them and assist in any way needed.
So you and your wife have done this together. Mm-hmm. Give me one benefit that for y'all as a couple, not just for the kid, because I know the kids, but y'all as a couple, how's it helped y'all?
I'll be honest with you. I think it's made our marriage and even our commitment to serving others even more powerful. We have our own 2 children, who are growing up, and they are our world. They're everything to us. But it's amazing, and it's been fun to be able to help other children as well. Again, and it doesn't mean it's just because someone has a mentor doesn't mean that they're in a bad place in life. Just for whatever reason, they need another adult to walk alongside of them, and it's great to serve in that way. We enjoy doing it together as a husband and wife, and just partnering together and walking alongside another child and his family through his educational process.
You guys, let me just tell you, it's one thing for a leader to say, hey, everybody come do this, but it's another thing when a leader is actually doing it. And Mark, I know this, it's a great example for your kids, because it's showing your kids how to give themselves away, which is a huge thing. Yeah. Mark, one last thing, I can say this about you because you will never brag on yourself. I know you. Guys, one of the things that's great about this guy right here, you and I have been involved in some crazy community things. You have been great about being out in the community, things like that. When the federal government came down to tour Bartow County, you were over at my house eating dinner with these folks, and who knows where this part's going to go. But I just really appreciate somebody who is a key leader in a community that, doing the best you can to make sure the city school system is the best it can be, but also making sure that our community is the best it can be. Because if we don't all partner together and work together, we'll never get it done.
Yeah, we had the Backpack Buddy 5K this past weekend, and that was just a great example of the community coming together and partnering. And I said at the end, a comment I made was that a community is only as strong as its school system, and a school system is only as strong as its community. And it's very important for us to work together in all ways. There's no such thing as too much support for each other.
That's right.
And that's when and it benefits not only our kids, but it benefits our entire community, because as we grow strong leaders and educated leaders from youth all the way up, it just continues to make our community strong.
If we're not doing something strong with this next generation, you let any generation be weak and the whole community gets weak. Right. And guys, I know this guy, he's come to lunch meetings in various things, from Rotary to, you came to a minister's meeting and say, hey guys, you got an opportunity to sign up for Midori Canes, gone to churches looking for those people that can help just fill the gap in some kid's life. And guys, that doesn't happen unless the guy's got a heart. And Mark, I think that's one of the things that if somebody asks you, tell me about the city school superintendent, I just say, hey, he's got a heart for the kids all across the board, which I just really, really appreciate. And I just see synergy in the city school system and throughout Bartow County. You know, I'm going to talk spiritual for a second because that's the only way. I just see God doing some unusual things here. And you've been a big part of just helping a community grow and helping kids grow. And I think we've just started to scratch the surface for this next level, because, you know, capturing a kid's heart, that's what, if we could capture every kid's heart, you can do an awful lot.
That's right.
So,
and what you just said right there, every kid's heart. How can we reach all kids?
Everyone.
Every single one of them, and lead them all to grow and prosper in a way. We want them to come in, you know, kindergarten or whatever grade they come to us in, and whenever they leave, whether they move or they graduate with us, did we help them grow overall as individuals? And that's what we're after.
Listen, man, thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for caring, because that comes out. You know, I know everybody sees you in a suit and tie, but I get to see you in some different light. Oh, and by the way, your daughter still wants to come to my house and play with the chickens, so you better get her to show up.
We will.
Listen, guys, Dr. Marc Feuerbach, we are appreciative of your leadership here in the school system, and I just hope that Miller Forrestal has a great year this year, because, you know, I'm a little partial to...
You're a Bama guy. We're hoping Miller has a great season, too.
And Trevor, too.
And Trevor.
And all the guys.
That's right.
I mean, every kid, not just those guys. They get all the publicity. We want to see every kid in Bartow County and Cartersville City School, every place flourish.
That's right.
So,
thank you.
Guys, thank you for watching. And we'll come back and interview, because there's some neat things that he's getting ready to unveil. So you stay tuned and watch for the next video where he shows you one of the coolest things that's happening that I know about. But it's a secret for right now, but we'll let you in on it.
Thank you.
SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you find a huge selection of high-end mattresses without paying high-end prices? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you save 50 to 80% off retail every day? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. We offer the lowest prices on the best name brand mattresses. SOS Mattress and Clearance Center on Highway 41 in Cartersville, 1 block south of Home Depot.
Hello, Cartersville. If you haven't been by lately, come on by and check us out. We've totally revamped the store. We've added a lot more large capacity washers for your big loads. We have 40 pounders, 60 pounders, and 80 pounders for those huge loads. If you've got large bedding, come on by and see us. We've got the machine you need from a single person all the way up to a multi-family. If you're tired of doing laundry yourself, we offer a wash, dry, and fold service where you can drop it off. A few hours later, come back, it's ready to wear. We're located at 406 North Tennessee Street. It's All American Coin Laundry. Come by and see us for all your laundry needs.
Okay. 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 Bye. Okay.
Well, today, I would like to take a moment to introduce our mayor of our fine city, Mr. Matt Santini.
Thank you. Good morning. I will be brief. Nobody's here to hear me speak. But I will say this. Harry Truman said it's amazing what can be accomplished when nobody cares who gets the credit. And the credit goes to everybody that's on the back of that shirt. There's credit to everybody that's on the front of the shirt as well. Credit to the folks, the school system, both school systems. This has turned into a fantastic community event that helps so many kids. And thank you for participating. It's turned into one of the biggest things that we do in Cartersville all year round. And a big thanks to Wire to Wire Running for their work and getting all this coordinated. Let's give them a big hand. Also, I'm going to ask two favors. If you're not going to get off the starting block quick, Move over so somebody that can do that. And number two, hey, if you're jogging and you come by one of our Cartersville police officers or any of the other public safety and volunteers, just give them a wave or a nod and thank them for being here. It's a pretty tremendous task for them to keep everybody safe during this event. One of the creators of this event is Anytime Fitness. My buddy Shane Barker is around here somewhere. He doesn't care about getting credit. There he is right there. But his lovely wife Grace is going to sing the national anthem. So if you'll please remove your hats, and here's Grace Barker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch, birds so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And then you have to listen to me again. I now call up Kevin Labello, the pastor of Sam Jones United Methodist Church, for invocation. Kevin.
Thank you for being here today. Let's bow our heads and go to the Lord in prayer just for a second, shall we? Let's pray together. Almighty God, here we are at the starting line of this day for this race, and we call upon your name. Lord, as we run this race, we're aware that we also run the race of life that you've set before us. Lord, help us to remember a few things today. Help us to keep our eyes on your goals, not on ours. And when we falter, Lord, give us strength and courage. And when we are strong, let us be grateful for the blessing. And when we are fleet-footed, Lord, let us give you the glory. Keep us from wanting to win at all expense. And help us to never count ourselves better than any of those who run the race of life at our side. Help us always to remember that all the runners in this race of life are your children. And Lord, we do pray for the children who will be blessed by the proceeds of this race. For in this great land of plenty, no one should go hungry. And may the real race this day, O Lord, be that your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Keep us strong, keep us safe, and bless all who run this day. Amen. And this is Matt Terry.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Okay, if everybody can hear me okay, I'm going to give a couple of last-minute instructions.